Hello everybody. Well, it's December and it's that month of the year where the big fat fella flies around the world at millions of miles an hour delivering presents to everyone. And I'm not that much different really. I'm still a big fat fella and I'm delivering you a present of what you can sow seeds in December. Now, a lot of people would tell you you can't sow seeds in December simply because the light levels are too low, and that is very, very true. But if you choose your seeds correctly and you choose the conditions in which you grow them in, you can do it and you can get away with it. And what I'm thinking of now is towards that hungry gap next year. So any of the seeds I sow now, you can sow them now if you can give them some sort of protection, i.e. in this little polytunnel. And if you watch the video that I'm going to produce at the end of this week, over the weekend, that will give you a few more hints, and I will sort of, what's the word, is it, segue them together so that you can utilize an indoor growing space as well, even if you haven't already got one. But we'll crack on with this anyway. What I've got is these mushroom trays. You can see I've got a few here ready, and all this is just an old compost bag cut up. Just whack it in your tray. You can use a normal seed tray if you want, and then fill that with some compost. I'm not bothering with sieving it because this compost is pretty good straight out the bag anyway. Just want some of the bigger lumps broken up, and that's it. So I'll fill that one later and I'll work with these now. So what can you sow at this time of year? And the first lot of seeds I've got, these are from a company called Grow Seed, a company I've started to use, and I featured them in a recent video of my seed suppliers. And I've got 4 different types here. I've got a sprouting green broccoli, a kale red Russian, a kale red ruble, and a kale Nero di Toscano. Now, I've got these all as fully grown plants out on the plots out there, and they will be feeding us through the months. But what I'm wanting here now is smallish plants, similar to the microgreens I've already grown in the big tunnel. But these are going to take some time to germinate and get going. So I'm going to fill this tray with all of these. Now, brassicas will germinate at really quite low temperatures, all the way down to about 5 degrees. So you can sow these, and these will germinate under protection, like in this tunnel here, or in another area that I'll show you later this week. So they will germinate and they will grow very slowly. I'll just put this last one in. And don't expect any leaves or anything of any decent size until February really. They will grow slowly, they'll germinate fairly quickly, and you just keep your eye on them, watering them when they need it. And you'll get small plants in February which you can harvest as microgreens or as a salad mix. I'm just going to ruffle them up a bit. I might sieve some compost over the top of these later, or I might not. But they will grow quite happily in there without any bother at all. And you're then thinking or planning or working towards having a crop next February. I've got this tunnel's full of plants, as is my main tunnel. But when all that's gone, which will slowly go down in how much is available, all the way to the end of January, there will still be stuff available, but I want to supplement it, and I'm doing this with this. So that's the brassicas. The next lot that I'm sowing is these are Asian greens, and I've got a mix of mizunas, just a normal green one, and the red ones, same as these, the same package actually. A cabbage, a Chinese cabbage that I've got growing in the big tunnel, and then some of these pak choys. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see these down here. And again, I'm just using these as a mix with the same intentions to have baby plants to harvest in that hungry gap next year. So I'll put a mix of these in here, and again, these should germinate. It will be slow, and they will be slow growth. You just keep an eye on the watering. Keep them moist, not soaked, and you should have a veritable little forest. Now, I've been doing this for years, and it's very rewarding to just walk in to your greenhouse at home, which is where I'll put these eventually. I'll grow them on down here. I'll leave them on this hanging shelf for a few weeks, let them germinate, and then I'll take them home and put them in my greenhouse. But as I say, there is another way that you can protect these seedlings over the winter period, and we'll go into that at the weekend. So that's those. There we go. See, very quickly, there's 2 trays sown. Oh, I'm going to do this third now. Now this last one is probably the most dodgiest of all of whether I get results. I have got a tray of these at home already in the greenhouse, but they're only about this sort of big, so hoping that sort of in January they will come to fruition. I can at least get a cut off them. And I'm growing these as cut and come again lettuce. I've got 2, these are from Premier Seeds, 2 different types here. I've got a lettuce mesclun mixed. Mesclun just means mixed, so this is a lettuce mix. There you go. I'm not sowing those, they're more of a warmer weather one. And I've got this one, lettuce gourmet loose leaf, and I'm just going to put a whole packet of these in, 1,500 seeds. Seeds only cost you £1. Now, last week we went and bought a bag of salad mix. We were in the supermarket, it was reduced. I thought, well, we'll have that for tea on a sandwich, just out of convenience. We were there, we'd been out for an appointment. There's no flavour in it at all. And even my partner Anne, she said to me, she goes, nowhere near as nice as yours. Yeah, but anyway. So yeah, there's a little salad mix. So very quickly, we're planning for next year, and I probably won't be eating these until February or March next year, when most of the other stuff I've got planted have gone over, succumbed to cold or pests or mold or mildew or anything. So that's a good standby. They'll stay on the hanging shelf there. I'll water them, label them, and we'll just let them get on with it. And as the colder weather approaches, which for us is in January, I'll take them up home and put them in the greenhouse, simply so that we've got them at home to hand if we get iced in, which can happen. We can get so iced in that we can't get out in the vehicle. So yeah, there's planning for next year. So here is one I sowed a couple of months ago now, and this is kale, and I've had a few harvests off that, and all you do is just cut them off like that, and it's leaves that you can eat. Oh God, they taste, I mean, that's a kale, that's a red ruble kale, I think. Yeah, it's a ruble. But the flavour is just amazing. So if you've got that in February, you're laughing really. So many of us are thinking at this time of year, and we're probably in the middle of the process of ordering seeds. And that was why I put my seed supplier video out a few days ago. That's there, I'll put a link up to it up here. And you can go and have a look at that if you wish to see which suppliers I use. And I am now actively in the process of ordering seeds for next year. And what that means is when I see things like a cabbage seed that I know I want to grow that cabbage next year, what it does is it means that all the cabbage seeds that I presently have are now redundant. So I'm going to use the new one. That stands to reason. But rather than leave them in the box, sow them in these or in those trays there. Sow them as greens that you can eat in the hungry gap next year. So you've got that double bubble effect. You've got the fresh seeds for your cabbage next year which you know you're going to get good germination on. You're using up the old seeds and you're getting a harvest for them as well, so it's good all the way around. So a little bit of advanced thinking, like I am now. I say we won't be eating those until February, March next year. If we do at all, it's back up and it's not costing me anything. They're old seeds, I'm going to replace them anyway. If we don't eat them, they'll just all compost anyway, so I'll get the return on that compost in that way. So there's nothing lost apart from a little bit of time just to sow them and to check on watering once a week. But anyway, that's it for the seed sowing this month. Obviously not much. It picks up again in January. Don't forget to watch the video at the weekend. I'll give you a few clues about how to protect things over the winter. And in particular, one thing that I really want to show you, so look out for that at the weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff, and see you all very soon. Please stay safe. See you now. Ta-ra.